got an interesting problem here where we go to use our signal lights here and we don't have anything coming up in the dash, and that's either way. We have our hazards that are working, but we don't have any signal lights. Another thing related to this is we don't have our information center that's not illuminated, and we also don't have our overhead console. So no overhead console, no information center, and no signal lights. So the first thing to do is we have to remove our cover here. So we'll remove that. And then our cover here, that is going to be held with a nut here and 2 screws, one there, one there. You remove those and you should be able to remove that out of the way as well. When we get down here into the fuse box, we take a look. I've identified it as fuse number 6, which is going to be this fuse here, this blue one. And you take that out and you put a new fuse in, and you'll get your signal lights back, and you'll also get back those 2 displays. But in my case, I've changed the fuse twice now, and this is the 3rd time. It's still blowing the fuse. It'll last maybe a day, and then it'll blow the fuse again. We take a look in the book here to check out our fuse 6, and it's coming in here. So we've got the ignition switch, the power in, junction box, fuse 6. And right here is what we're looking at. So this is our graphic display and our vehicle information center. Now here's where we want to take a look. It kicks over this way and it goes into junction block, and that's going to be on this page here. And then up and over as well, this is our electronic flasher. This is what I'm going to target as our problem. When we come to this page, it's showing us the same information again. Fuse 6, 15 amp coming over to the junction block. This is the exact same thing it said on the other page. Now it's listing the other page there. So that's really not telling us anything. It's just saying it's going back into the junction block itself. But in both pages, it's going over and it's going to this electric flasher. That seems to be the only thing that it could be according to this information. So this one is showing the overhead console. And if we go back to this page, this is the one that's showing the vehicle information center. We're kind of getting the runaround in the book here a little bit, but the common thing is that electronic flasher. When we go to this page here that shows us our fuse box, we zero in on this here, and that's our electronic flasher, and that's going to be that big gray square relay. Back underneath here, that big gray one, that's going to be our flasher. So we're going to remove that and replace it. Also too, we also need to remember to replace our fuse that's blown again. After changing our flasher and our fuse, we have our signal lights again. We also have our information center, and we've got our overhead console once more.